What's the deal, YouTube? Jeffy, I am. It's been some time, a short time, but today we on time. Hey, welcome to Okay, let's talk about it. Now, let's talk about something, right? We're gonna talk about self-awareness and self-restraint today, right? I'm good with the story, so I have a story for today, but I'm gonna add a little something to it, right? Well, earlier this afternoon, walking down the dirt road by my house, a guy loading the tractor onto his truck gave me the middle finger. I kind of laughed it off. I got closer and he gave me the finger again, right? I said, okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So when he started talking some derogatory things, by the time he turned around, I was on his shoulder. And I laughed to myself, right? And instead of acting wild or crazy or being the angry black guy, I asked some questions and we wanted to have a conversation. And while trying to have a conversation, this gentleman was just so scared out of his wits because he didn't think I was going to say anything, right? Okay, let's break it down. It was clearly a racial situation. And them racial situations all come because, attitudes and emotional things and experiences they've had, and social, economic, psychological. It's really no excuse for it, really. So I want to talk about today, bring a broader conversation, in social change, because social resentment is big. And I say that because people who are misinformed, they usually have a preconceived notion of the government working for people in forms of benefits, uh, and extra help. Let's just put it like that. Economic anxiety, because the way the world is right now, you know, changing demographics and social statuses. That make you think about a lot when you look into the news and things of that nature. And the lack of understanding is what's really a big issue. So I said, you know what? After the incident, I was kind of upset. So I said, I'm gonna take a different approach to it. Let me think like these people are thinking, right? Let's take race out of it, right? So I looked around in my own environment and I actually realized that economic decline could be the reason behind some of this. Because this just doesn't happen to me, it happens to other people around here. Like I said, let's take the race out of it and think about why people are so angry nowadays, why people can't communicate with people. You know, maybe a loss of job, you know, that insecurity of having faith in the American dream, which doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Then the social, the loss of social status. As we get older, our health deteriorates, and as older men, I'm gonna say presently, we age out at 30, 35. They say we old men, so that could be an issue now with the social status. And I think a real big point, an issue nowadays, especially in these rural areas out here, is social isolation. A lot of people in these small towns don't go to different places, maybe 30 miles outside their radius. So that may be an issue. So instead of acting up, I say acting up, instead of doing something I may have regretted, I want to have a conversation, because if I see you often, instead of doing something that I may regret or you may regret, I want to have a conversation, and people like to throw stones in glass houses. You know what I mean? So that's what I believe are some of the things that are going on with people nowadays. A lot of people are angry. Like I said, the American dream is not possible. Because I remember when I was in high school, watching people's parents and people that was a couple of years older than me. They one family, two parents in the home, and they was buying their houses. That kind of tells my age because $500 in Kansas City, Kansas in 1991, 92, you can get a good mortgage on a house, $600 on a very nice house. But like I said, that's over 30 years ago. And you look at today how rapidly the economic value of things are going up, far as like food. We even paying for water. Water's expensive nowadays. So I believe these are factors that make people upset that don't really know what's going on. Besides the social prejudice, there's also a class war. If you don't have anything, people that do have some kind of look at you a different way. Hey, y'all chill out. So I want to touch on that. Like I said, you have to have self-awareness and self-restraint. Everything doesn't have to be an argument. Everything doesn't have to be negative. Sometimes talking and getting an understanding of someone might make your day a little better. And I'm happy I chose a different option because it wasn't worth it. It's something that, you really can't fight ignorance. So that's why I want to look at it from both sides, well, not both sides, but not a racist side, but what's really going on with people and what's really going on in my community. So once again, it hasn't been that long, hasn't been a long time, but it's the right time. Hit that like and subscribe button. Jeffy, I am. Hey man, we talked about it. Oh, one more thing. You want to get some nice hats and t-shirts, hit madsale.com. They got the nice thick tees, the nice hats, things you may need to put in your wardrobe. Check them out. Link in description. Jeffy, I am. We talked about it in a minute.